All right, today we're going to work on multiplying and dividing rational expressions. That's what the lesson plans say. That's what your worksheet's called. Actually, your worksheet's called Just Like Fractions. Okay? How did I do this problem right here? Two fractions being multiplied. We multiply straight across. Can you tell me what the most common incorrect answer is? Cross multiply. Guys, when do you cross multiply? When's the only time you cross multiply? Two fractions are equal. When two fractions are equal, that's when we cross multiply. That's when we're trying to solve for something, okay? We're not trying to solve for something here. We're asked to multiply this. Because we're multiplying fractions, we multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. Got it? So what about this? Oh, yeah. Could I multiply straight across the numerator and straight across the denominator again? I could. However, if I did that, I would get 24 over 68, right? And then what would I have to do to that? Simplify it because both numbers are divisible by 4, and I'd get 6 over 17. However, if I paid attention at the beginning, I know I'm going to have to multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. But look right here. Are those two numbers divisible by the same thing? What? 4. Can I do this? I can, right? So that gives me 6 over 7. Oh my gosh. OMG, that's correct. Okay? The math that's going on behind the scenes here, not a 2. I'm saying 3 times 8, but I know that 8 is really 4 times 2. And then I have 4 times 17 in the denominator. I can simplify common factors, okay, to get 6 over 17. I can simplify common factors, not the same number, right, if it's being added or subtracted, only factors, okay? 2 times 2/3. People struggle with this. Why? Because it's quote-unquote not two fractions. Except we know it is. Guess what we do now? Multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. Okay? Questions? 2/3 divided by 5/7. How is this different? It is a division problem. Okay? Pre-AP, this is what I need you to know. You ready? If I wrote this out as a big fraction, wouldn't it be 2/3 divided by 5/7? Am I allowed to leave a fraction in the denominator of a fraction? Or even in the numerator? I don't want to, right? How do I get rid of this? Multiply by its reciprocal. If I multiply the denominator by its reciprocal, I also have to multiply the numerator by the reciprocal. What's 5 times 7? What's 7 times 5? What's 35 over 35? 1. So I've successfully gotten rid of my denominator. How do I do this problem? 14 over 15. So some of you have known the quote-unquote shortcut before, right? I don't ever divide by fractions. Instead, I multiply by reciprocal. Okay? Guys, isn't that what we did? The long way, quote-unquote long way. Okay? What have I told you all year? If you can understand the math behind it, we can go for it, right? So can I go straight from this problem straight here? Can I do that? Absolutely. Guess what we get? Yeah, same answer. Okay? Any questions about that? So do we ever divide fractions? No. Instead we multiply by the reciprocal. Okay? So how do you think this changes when we add in variables? People want to throw up more, right? But otherwise, nothing. Okay? So if I have, God bless you, if I have x over 2 times 3 over y, let's say, what do? Multiply straight across, multiply straight across. Guess what I get? Okay? What if I have something like this? 2 over x minus 4 times x over x plus 1. How do I do that? Multiply straight across. It's the same kind of deal, right? 2x times x minus 4 times x plus 1. And that is where we are going to stop. How many of you want to distribute right now? Right? You want to, because anytime there's two binomials, you always distribute, right? Except what if there was another step to this problem and I was having you multiply by x minus 4? Wouldn't you have to factor this back out again to see if there was anything I could simplify? Okay? This is where I need you to stop today. Okay? AP Calculus test. This is a perfect answer. You don't have to do the distributive property unless it says distribute. And guess what probably is not going to say? It's probably not going to say to distribute. It just wants the answer. This is a perfectly acceptable answer. Okay? What about this? I'll give you a hard one. Oh my gosh, it's the same as 3 over 1, isn't it? And then that's the same as 24 over x plus 6. Oh my gosh. What about this? What? No, it was just a 3. And then I started to draw the division line. No. Nope. 0.3 is not the same as 3 over 1. Good catch. Okay. Do I need to leave it here for just a second? You're still having conversations? I don't want to stop your conversations. Well, if they're good. If they're stupid, I'm going to stop them. All right, what about this one? What about this one? So it's the same as x plus 1 over 1. And then what do? Cross multiply? All right, so let me ask you about this then. Doesn't this just go against what I just said? What did I do? I distributed, right? How hard is this one to get back out into its two factors? Very easy, isn't it? Okay, so if you want to write that as the answer, or if you want to stop here, that is perfectly acceptable. Either one is fine. Okay, please be aware for the next couple of examples, I will try to trick you. I'm just warning you up front. Okay? Some of the things over the last couple of years that I've seen people try to do, I'm going to do. And I want you to see if you can figure them out. Okay? Don't be tricked. Oops. So x plus 3 over x minus 1 times 2x over x plus 3. What can I do? Do I want to multiply straight across first? Or is there a common factor I can simplify? Okay, so watch this. I'm going to cancel out this x with this x. I'm going to cancel out this 3 with that 3. Right? Oh, I'm canceling out the whole thing, right? I can't cancel out just the x's and just the 3's. That's like that thing I showed you earlier that I can simplify 17 over 19 by canceling out the 1's. Can I do that? No, that's what you're trying to do here, though. You're canceling out this part and that part. I need to cancel out the whole number and the whole number. And then I get 2x times x minus 1. And then I can cancel out the x's. Except that's a factor. But it's not the whole thing down here, is it? Don't try to cancel out those x's, please. Ignore that part. That's wrong. This is right. Okay? Any questions about that? So what about this one? First of all, we need to find the factors of everything, don't we? We need to simplify everything that I possibly can. Can I simplify x minus 3? No. Can I simplify the denominator here? Into what? X plus 5, x plus 4. Okay? Can I simplify this numerator? Can I simplify this denominator? Okay, so I see some no's and some yeses. Which one is it? Yes, how? They're both divisible by 2, right? I factor out a greatest common factor. Now what can I do? Get rid of the x minus 3 and the x minus 3. X plus 5 and x plus 5. Wait, I have what? What's left in the numerator? So it's the answer is just 2x plus 8? I'm waiting. Because that's the factor that I need. There's an x minus 3 up here. There's an x minus 3 here. Anything over itself is 1. So I'm simplifying those two to 1. There's not a 2 up here, so I don't have to cancel out or simplify that factor of 2. Tell me what's left in the numerator. But nothing is up there. Why does it have to be 1? Yeah, what did I just tell you is x minus 3 divided by x minus 3? 1, right? Because I cross everything out in the numerator, we don't just ignore it. There's still a 1 up there. I just didn't write it, did I? 1 over 2 times x plus 4. That's another one where it probably wouldn't matter if you went ahead and wrote 1 over 2x plus 8, because that's really not a whole huge extra step, is it? Okay? Any questions about that so far? Okay, are you ready for me to trick you? So I'm going to change this to be this. Right? Isn't that the same thing? What am I dividing by? 5 over x minus 2. Which fraction do I reciprocate? The one I'm dividing by, right? So this is not right, is it? Okay? What it needs to be is 2x plus 4. Oh, can I do steps as I go? Are you okay with that? Can I do 2 times x plus 2 over x plus 3? Where did that come from? I just simplified it by factoring out a 2, right? Times x minus 2 over 5, right? I'm reciprocating the second fraction. It's what I'm dividing by. What's that? So you're telling me I did all that work and I can't even simplify anything? Yes, I am telling you that. Remember, this is the basic stuff. I have to teach you the basic stuff before I can teach you how to use it and stuff like that. What if I'm doing something that has a multiplier of x plus 3? Or what if I'm doing something where I'm dividing it by x plus 2? Wouldn't that be the same as multiplying it by 1 over x plus 2? And if I didn't ever start to simplify it here, I would have to do all that work anyways later. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay so far? I mean, I hope so, because all I did was write down the problem. Is that allowed? Why is that allowed? What did I do? I got the reciprocal and simplified in one step. Oh my goodness. Can you handle that? If you can, please do it. If you need to rewrite it separately like we did on this one, please do it. That's a personal preference thing. Okay? What can I do in this problem now? X plus 3, what am I left with? 4 times x plus 1 over x minus 7. Questions? So what are you going to write on this sheet that I gave you? Well, we just did all the examples. I'll put them back up here in a second. Okay? What steps did we take on a problem like this? Multiply, straight, across. Excellent. What did we do on problem number 2? Multiply, straight, across. So what about 3? We had to simplify first, didn't we? But then what? See a pattern developing here? I hope. I'm sorry that looks like A or Ross. The Y came down into my C. What about 4? What do we do in problems like 4? Oh my goodness. Simplify and multiply. Simply? Yeah, you could do that too. P-L-I-F-Y. How about if I add that? Now it looks really messy. You know what it's supposed to say, yes? Thank you. Is that what you mean to put? Multiply by reciprocal? What did we do? Isn't that what we're doing though? If I flip the first one, am I multiplying by the reciprocal? If I'm multiplying this one, this is where I'm starting, I'm multiplying it by the reciprocal. Okay? You want me to tell you what they put last period? Reciprocate and multiply. Isn't that finding the reciprocal and then multiplying? Yeah? If you need to put something down about the reciprocal needs to be of the second fraction, do it. Guess what's on number 6? Multiply by reciprocal. You ready for your homework? It's right here. I need a complete sentence, capitalization, punctuation, etc. Okay, give me a complete sentence. Any questions?